friends. I'm Gail, and today I wanted to tell you a story from my book, Will the Real Person Please Stand Up? Rising Above the Fear of Rejection. It's one of my favorite stories about my 9-year-old curly haired niece, Piper. And she and her father, Casey, would come down to visit me a couple times during the year. And on this particular visit, we had a great time, played outside, done fun things inside, and they were about ready to go. But she and her father had gone over to do one last activity before they drove back up to South Carolina. And I have to tell you that I had really been like a participant in my family. And outwardly, I loved them and was talkative to them, but inside I always wondered, did they really accept me, and was I a good aunt? And so the background then, that permeated a lot of my visits. And this particular one, after Casey and Piper had gone out, I settled down on my dining room table, booted up my computer, and while I was doing that, I looked across the dining room table and saw all these little post-it notes and drawings that Piper had made and little sayings. And I looked further, and this visit was at Christmas, so there were toys and presents, unopened presents around on the floor, and I was suddenly just struck with the fact that I really loved Piper deep in my heart. It was really a new feeling. I felt emotional just like I'm getting now. And I just said to myself, I will really miss her when she goes. And God just seemed to whisper to me, tell her that. So when Piper and Casey came back, I went to Piper and I said, Piper, I just want to tell you something. And I led her by the hand over to actually this couch, and we sat one end and the other looking at each other. And I said, Piper, I love you so much. And I'm not sure I've really told you that. And I'm just going to miss you so very much. And I just love being with you. And I just want you to know that. And she sat there, she listened the whole time, and she had a big smile on her face. And she didn't say anything, which wasn't unusual. She's very active physically, but not necessarily emotionally or with her words. So I helped her pack up, and we went out to the car and got everything situated, and she was in the front seat. The door was still open, of course, and I leaned in and I hugged her, and she just gave me this big, tight hug back, which was very unusual. She's not that demonstrative, but I thought to myself, she got it. She heard me. So before they pulled out, Piper said, Aunt Gail, are you going to go into your bedroom when you leave? And it was quite late at that time, and I said, yes, probably. Well, there's a surprise for you on your bed. So I go in, and sure enough, there was a little post-it note on my bedspread, and it said, go to your computer, there's a surprise. So of course, I hurried on to my dining room table, and at the bottom of my computer were 3 post-it notes. And one of them said, I love you, with a big heart, Piper. And the second one just went these little post-it notes across my computer. This one said, I will miss you, Aunt Gail. Love, Piper. And the third one said, I'm sorry we couldn't stay longer. Love, Piper. Well, you can imagine the tears flowed, just like I want to have them flow right now. And I thought, God, I have never loved anyone like this before. I knew it was just a breakthrough. Something about her presence and her little post-it notes. God just used all of that to just break down the rest of my wall that I had built up to protect myself from rejection. And that experience with her truly just gave me freedom to just be myself and just be who God had created me to be. And so Piper and I just have a closer relationship, all because I'm no longer just a spectator with my family, but I have become a participant, and it's so much more meaningful. And so I just wanted to share this story with you because so many of us struggle with the fear of rejection, and we build these defenses. And some of my other YouTube videos will explain more about that. But we build these defenses and we just are imprisoned. We just are in isolation, and we're talking with people, but we're not connecting with people. And so I'm very excited about this. It's already made a big difference in my life. So I just want to share that with you, special friends. We will talk again. Goodbye for now.